Hi, my name is Cheryl Gilbert, and I am a student with the PIDP 3230 course with the Vancouver Community College. And today I'm going to be providing you a short video presentation regarding the classroom assessment technique called the double entry journal. For this video, I will discuss this assessment technique of the double entry journal, and this technique is designed to help instructors understand and promote the development of learners' attitudes, opinions, values, and self-awareness. Encouraging learners to develop the skills in expressing opinions and exploring attitudes about content of a course, a discipline, and social issues that transcend the classroom will create an empowered learner. Angelo and Cross emphasize 4 activities that will help students become more efficient and effective learners. And this includes comprehension monitoring, knowledge acquisition, active study skills, and support strategies. The double entry journal is a technique that will promote comprehension, metacognition, and study skills. The double entry journal is a simple yet effective reading comprehension strategy. You only need a piece of paper or a journal so that you can utilize a 2-column format to create a system for dual entry. This technique creates engagement and an interaction between text and the learner. It provides the learner the opportunity to track reading, identify significant content, seek answers to own questions, and to form a connection to reading. This technique as well promotes the valuable skill of note-taking. This is a great technique to use in education, and personally as well as professionally. How do you utilize the double entry journal in your learning environment? The first step is to select a key reading package or a text or an assignment that will be challenging and provocative to the learner, but as well short and self-contained. The second step is to instruct the students to create a double entry journal template. Provide clear instructions and demonstrate how to do this. You take a piece of paper and fold it in half lengthwise to create 2 columns. If you are using a journal in your learning environment for reflective exercises, use a ruler to create 2 columns on a page. And if you're using Microsoft tools such as Microsoft Word, you can utilize the column feature to create 2 columns. Direct the student to label the left column reading resource or text source. This column will be used to quote or reference the text source or the reading passage or the quote or the information that you are wanting the student to reflect on. Direct the student to label the right side of the template, My Thinking. This will be the column that the student will use to record critical thinking, thoughts, feelings, interpretation, opinions, and key takeaways from the reading resource that you've directed your learner to reflect on. The last step is to provide clear instructions for the student to engage in small group or classroom activities to share those double entries and findings, to advance learning for the learner personally as well as the classroom, and utilizing those journal entries to prompt discussion and engagement with the class. You will need to prepare text and questions to help facilitate the process of self-directed learning that the student will create. So there are many benefits to using this technique. This technique is simple, it is effective, and it is versatile. And it'll create opportunities for analyzing and forming questions and for distributed learning so that students may continue to learn without an instructor being present. This technique promotes active reading and text comprehension, memory, and metacognition. This technique is a valuable tool for instructors to identify student needs in terms of problem solving, strategy, and comprehension. This technique is valuable for learners to identify significant text, react to claims and arguments, and to seek answers to own questions, to self-assess, and to make personal connections to readings. There are no right or wrong answers for the learner, but a space for thoughts to stimulate and share and engage. There are some challenges to this technique that instructors must prepare for, which include the potential for student resistance to self-directed learning and expression. Students may feel censored in expressing opinion, value statements, or engagement. This technique requires the instructor to prepare moderately by providing learners scripted directions and to support classroom engagement through planned and probing questions so that students feel supported to express without worry. This technique is most effective in smaller classrooms or student groups and if administered more than once, so that learners may practice the process of writing notes to respond to text. This technique, as I mentioned, is versatile and it can be used in directed readings as well as lectures. Using the double entry journal is a process, and it is useful if it is used frequently and with space for learner self-reflection. Once the learner has completed the entries, provide feed forward to the learner. After the learner is comfortable with the process of double entries, require that the student complete a short essay or a presentation that expands the student's learnings from those entries. Another critical best practice is to direct learners back to those entries throughout the learning process so that self-reflection is continuous. And one last tip that I will share with you is utilizing digital note-taking. The process of utilizing digital tools and platforms in learning is immense right now. So tools such as OneNote or GoodNote, or even online learning platforms such as Seesaw will be very beneficial to you as you use techniques such as the double entry journal. I hope that you enjoyed this short video. Here are some references that I utilized in preparing this video. Thank you very much for your time today.